Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, and thank you, Rena. Yesterday we started a discussion of how to make sure that we have a healthy disagreement. We said disagreements happen, and it's normal and actually healthy to have disagreements, an argument. But it has to be make sure that it's a healthy one, which like Hillel and Shammai, like the great sages, the house of Hillel and the house of Shammai. And not, God forbid, a toxic disagreement or an argument which leads to like Korach and his people, which ended up with them being swallowed up in the ground. So I want to give a beautiful insight, actually an answer to a contradiction in Ethics of Our Father, of how to make sure that we always focus that our disagreements are a healthy disagreement. The commentaries asked that in one Mishnah, Ethics of Our Father says that one of the sages said, I think it's Rav Shimon, that said there was nothing greater than quiet. No greater wisdom than being quiet. And then in chapter 2, I think it is, or 3, it says, it says that there's Eina Baishin Loman. A person that is embarrassed means not ready to open his mouth or to ask questions or to do things, is not learning, can learn. Because he's too embarrassed to ask, too embarrassed to be part of the conversation. So the commentator says, one second, do you have to be quiet? Or are you supposed to speak up? What's the best way to be wise? And the answer is simple, like you're probably all thinking. That on one hand, you have to make sure that you're quiet, meaning to say that you listen to everything that the person says. You listen, you hear them out, you hear all the details, and then you digest it. As we've spoken about many other times, that listening doesn't mean to say that it comes in one ear and out the other ear. My mother used to tell me that all the time. Are you listening? You're just going from one ear out the other ear. And no, but it has to make sure that you're actually digesting it. You're internalizing what the person says, and then and then make sure that you ask questions. You have a disagreement, you say your opinion, and then you can have a healthy discussion, and then vice versa. The other person listens to everything you have to say, and then they will have questions on what you have to say. That's how you have a healthy disagreement. So let's all focus on listening better to other people, making sure we hear people out completely. And then when we have a disagreement, a discussion, we listen, we argue, and we discuss on what the person said. Not like we spoke about yesterday about the individual themselves. Wishing everyone a beautiful day.